Internet. Today I'm here to share my TBR for the upcoming OwlCrate-A-Thon. This is a readathon that has happened, I want to say last year was the first year maybe? And it is a readathon that is hosted by the OwlCrate team, which I will link their YouTube video down in the description below. They actually have a really good BookTube channel that I like to watch. It's a readathon about reading OwlCrate books. So OwlCrate is a young adult subscription service that I am a huge fan of. This readathon is kind of meant to read all of those unread OwlCrate books that you've gotten in those boxes but just haven't gotten to yet. I have like 8 or 9 unread OwlCrate books. I'm a bit behind, so I was really excited to participate in this readathon. It's a 2-week-long readathon that starts on February 9th and goes through the 22nd. And so I'm excited to get some of those unread books that I've been excited to read but I just haven't gotten around to yet. There are 3 reading challenges that are kind of meant to help pick your TBR. If you want to do the challenges, you don't have to. I went ahead and did them because they work really well for helping me pick out the books I'm going to read, so I'm just going to jump into my TBR. The first reading challenge is to read the shortest OwlCrate book that you have, and for that I have chosen Pride by Evie Zaboy. This is a YA contemporary that came out last October, I think. I want to say this was in the October box last year. And it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling set in the Bronx. I've heard pretty much nothing but good things about it. I've been really excited to read it. And this one is the shortest book out of the unread ones when I went and looked at the page count. It is 289, so it's not even 300 pages. I'm really excited to get to this one. I also think this will be perfect since the readathon takes place over Valentine's Day, and so I feel like this will be a good book to read during that time. And it also, you know, I think is good for Feminist Lit February as well, because that's the thing I'm participating in. So yeah, this is the first one on my TBR. Very much looking forward to reading this one. The next challenge is to read the OwlCrate book you've owned the longest. For me, as far as my unread OwlCrate books, the one that I've owned the longest is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. This came out in, I think it was March or April of 2017. It was somewhere in there. I've had it that long and I haven't read it. I actually read the first chapter of this for a try a chapter tag sometime last year. I think it may have been for the biannual Bibliothon or the BookTube-a-thon or one of those. And I really liked the first chapter, but I just haven't read the rest of it, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one, and I've actually gotten the audiobook for this one on Overdrive. So I'll be listening to the audiobook over the course of the 2 weeks. That's the only audiobook I have planned thus far, so we will see if I like this one. It sounds pretty cool. And the third challenge is just to read 3 books. So to pick up my third book, I went ahead and just went with a book that is already on my February TBR, and that book is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Negan. This is a book that came out in November. I think it was in the November box. And it's a female-female romance, and I've heard absolutely amazing things about it. I am really excited to read this. It's also on my Feminist Lit February TBR, so it works for that. So I'll be kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone there, but out of all the OwlCrate books that I have, this is the one I'm most excited to read. So I will definitely be reading this one during the 2 weeks as well. Now that's only 3 books, and I usually find myself being able to get through YA books fairly quickly, so there's a chance I'll read more than those 3 books. I have plenty of other books to choose from, so if you have a favorite OwlCrate book that you know of, let me know down in the comments, because I'm sure that I'll read more than just these 3. These are just the only ones that are on my official TBR. But that'll be it for this video. Let me know if you're participating in OwlCrate-A-Thon, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye!